Welcome back to another video, guys. Again, I'm having a meal, forgive me, but we're checking out streaming has a Gooner problem. Video by, just look at his name, I'm not saying it out loud. You seen it? Good. Alright, let's see what he's talking about.
Feels like every time I get tapped into the internet, I'm constantly just seeing extremely lustful content that is clearly geared towards Gooners. And let's be honest, in terms of who's mainstream, the primary audience for these streamers are children. It's the new cable television. It's the new daytime programming. Content has replaced what we grew up with. And instead of growing up with, I don't know, Adventure Time, you're growing up with 32-year-old women telling a fresh 18-year-old that it's legal, so it's cool.
32? Okay, that's how I'm by my lips. Look me in my eyes.
Well, I seen the cake already, so it already kind of skewed.
Does that even change it?
I mean, it's legal. It's still your birthday, so it's still okay.
Nigga, that's demonic. I'm not gonna lie. We gotta keep it real because look, I hate to say it, but if the roles were reversed, we'd be eyeing this. We just had so many people talking about the little tape.
Let me tell you something, and you don't have to agree with me, but let me tell you something. The person that runs this world, the person that runs this world, the being that runs this world, does not give two fucks about your morality principles. They don't. Okay? And the puppeteer, the puppets, the powers that be, don't care. They're just making money. The executives in the industry, right? I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm telling you the truth. You see this? This is not their responsibility to take off the internet. It's your responsibility as parents and as people who care for their loved ones to shield them, especially children, because once they get to a certain age, they're old enough to see it for what it is, or at least old enough to not deviate from the way that you have trained them to be. But especially children who are very impressionable, it's your job as the parent to keep them away from this type of content. Yeah? If your child is spending $5, $6, $10 to watch this type of thing, and you don't see anything about it, or you're not even aware, that's on you. It's not on them. They don't care. They're making their money.
Situation because she turned 18 and immediately after she drops an OnlyFans and all these people are subscribing. That's weird. Like, yeah, it's legal, but morally, like as a grown woman, like this really like a grown woman too. You can tell like this a grown woman and she over here saying it's legal to an 18-year-old. I'll definitely come back to that clip later, but you just had to see this increasingly lustful content is on the rise because teenagers with raging hormones are going to eat it up. And when you add in the parasocial factor, you now have an entire generation addicted to internet dopamine via lustful content. I've been yambling.
There's nothing that makes me more amused than women pretending they don't know what they are doing. It amuses me to no end. You know all those people on YouTube where they're like, oh, help me set up my room, but they're like wearing like boxers, tight boxers, and they did a BBL, so that's all you can really see. And they're obviously facing it to the camera, but pretend, oh, they're showing you this stuff. It always amuses me. Like, we know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. We know that you know what you're doing. We know that you know that we know what you're doing. So what exactly are you doing? What's all the rules? If you want to show the internet your ass, just show the internet your ass. Like, it's crazy. But that's the society we found ourselves in.
But you already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's actually talk about just how lustful content has gotten. Let's start with the succubus herself, Zoe Spencer. And obviously we all know Zoe Spencer was moving wicked a couple months ago. I even made a video on it because I felt like it needed to be said that she was just a weird person. We all seen the clip of her violating someone's boundaries. Once again, she was on her lustful timing and she did this.
Y'all wanna hear my butt clap? No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna really let y'all hear it. Hold on, watch this. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do it off the camera. Off the camera.
I know it's so easy to look at this and say, hold on, this shorty making it clap. But honestly, I'm just tired, man. I'm not trying to scroll down the timeline and see a streamer clearly baiting their audience with Gooner content. It's just low quality clips. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's just. And if you remember what I was saying earlier, it's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's just. And if you remember what
Yeah, like when some of these streamers run out of content, especially women, that's what it all devolves into anyway. That's all they have to offer at the end of the day anyway. I'm not against women. I'm just saying women who don't have anything more to give just resort to sexual, things of that nature. And you can't really blame them because the market eats it up. It's the market that wants it. If it wasn't selling, they wouldn't be doing it. So the real problem are the viewers, the audience, the markets that want this type of thing. You feel me? So it's like a symbiotic relationship. And it's weird and it's crazy because OnlyFans is big because people are willing to pay for women who they will never get to touch, in real life, just to see it on screen and masturbate to it. Yeah. Yeah, that's legit the objective of OnlyFans. That's why it was made. Yeah. Crazy work.
I was saying earlier, this is the new television for children. And if this is how streamers are gonna go viral, then what about the kids?
Oh yeah, and then men start to bring women on, and try to do the whole race thing, to get their audience and give them the impression that, oh, smashing this, that, and the other. Man, yeah. Yeah. If you're not scared for where society is headed in the next 5-10 years, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
And that's what this video is going to be mostly about, just how lustful the media landscape has gotten and how normalized this is. And big on it being normalized.
And I say this not because I'm better than anyone, and not because I don't have certain, urges to or get up to my thing, but the internet is it's a very different thing, It's a very different thing because now not only are you doing the wrong things, you're leading other people to do the wrong things as well. And if you're a Christian and you know what the Bible says about that, then enough said.
Because what do you mean this is her talent? And honestly, beyond just making this normalized for clearly a young audience, it just puts women in a bad light. I don't know why anyone would want to normalize the of women, especially women, but you know what, Zoe Spencer's gonna play into it. She's weird like that. And what makes it especially weird is because it's really just that perception and how it puts this type of content on such a pedestal that it almost feels like with how much it's pushed and how much it's created, it's meant to condition the viewer to think the same thing. I'll give you prime example, DDG. Currently he's working on some type of love show or whatever, but he's one of the biggest girl content gimmick spammers, so it's within character. But he started listing sub goals for the show and I just couldn't help but raise my eyebrows.
Yeah, I think this is good, bro. I think this is good for now. Like, if we want to change it, mind you, I'm gonna be on stream for 24 hours. If we want to change something, we can. I think this is solid. I think these first right here, up to 55K, up to 60K, solid. I don't know how I feel about Fear Factor. I don't think that's even worth being at 65K, to be honest.
Obviously, not everything on this list is freaky except for the twerk contest, but let's just keep it real. DDG is a girl content merchant, like flat out. He's always around the shorties. He be on the little freaky stuff, and streaming is primarily consumed by teenagers. His content is really just women, so it obviously is gonna rub me the wrong way. And let's just keep it real, even though all these may not be freaky in general, sleep stream for instance, you think nothing nothing's gonna happen. And even if nothing were to happen during a sleep stream, I think the general consensus on girl content is that it's bad. Kids are watching. You're reducing women to be tools for content and engagement. That is not creative. But beyond that, it's not even just about how this content lacks creativity. It just feels lazy as shit and degenerate. We've seen these streamer dating shows. It's always the same thing. These niggas get LA hoes who are there purely for the clout. They gonna flirt a little bit, look good on camera, and maybe contribute to the freaky content, and that's it. It's very similar to the rapper collab era. At first, everyone was like, it's cool, and the novelty of it at the time made people not really bat an eye, and then they realized that these were just live streamed hangouts. And with this type of content, I'm just waiting for people to realize that some of this stuff is really just live streamed softcore. Now is the perfect time to talk about workout streams and gym streams. And I'm gonna definitely need y'all to let me know if I'm tripping, because I definitely could be, but I really feel like this stream is not being watched because people are eager to learn about stretching or working out.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up and shake
Oh
it
my
out.
gosh.
Even look at the way.
Power Oil, my choice for my family.
Go ahead and sit down on your carriage for a second. You can take off the booty band and just stretch out your glutes. Figure 4 stretch if that feels good. One angle of the
And honestly, I feel like it'd be disingenuous
Why do you have gym clothes and they have pockets, bro? That trouser is way too tight for anything to go into. Who designed this thing? Who designed this thing? That's what I want to know. Who designed it? What sort of problem is this?
to say this is absolutely not Gooner bait. And by the way, this is Lala Batista and she be around DDG, which I think is very telling. But I don't think it's far off to say Shorty is playing into her strengths, which is being a conventionally attractive woman. But at what cost? Making content that appeals to a certain demographic. But you know what? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe niggas are genuinely tuned in to watch these women work out. Maybe. Anyways, sometimes though, the let's just be overt. It's not hidden behind girl content or hidden behind flirting. It's just overt, obvious, and annoying.
No, today? So you wake up, go to sleep, dick.
So basically, you're a prostitute.
No, I would say more like.
No, you're basically.
Are you
human? Are you human?
I'm actually no, I'm a robot. I'm a robot that only takes dick.
Bro, this bitch is fucking weird.
Like,
Dick.
dick.
Yeah, I deposit there. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is horrible. So you got 5 niggas talking to a hoe on stream.
You know, okay, she was a hooker already. Alright. But still though, like, is she proud of herself? Is this an act? Or does she really have this mentality? Because in both cases, it's very sad. But if she truly does have this mentality in real life, then that's even worse. It couldn't get any worse, but somehow that's even worse. Because this is someone's child, bro. Someone gave birth. This was once a baby, innocent and full of dreams. And her entire life has been reduced to being sexualized and objectified and shouting how she wants to get piped in front of thousands of viewers in the midst of 5 guys. That is where her life has led her to. I don't judge anybody, but objectively, this is sad.
Just to yap about things, that's content. It really don't be sitting right with my spirit, cause I grew up with niggas like Corey Kenshin. Niggas was gaming, you had Smosh doing skits, but this is what the kids of the current generation have. They have streamers who are inviting hoes on stream to come and talk freaky for the camera. It's just so degenerate, and you got 5 grown men all here giggling and kikiing about it. And we all know grown men not coming home watching this, and if they are, that's sad. But there was one final thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to the lust problem, and that's the fact it isn't just impressionable young viewers, it's also younger streamers. So young Dabo has recently turned 18, and to celebrate, Max put him on a date with various women. And now it's time to come back to the clip I told you niggas we was gonna come back to.
I'm 32.
32. KOK. That's how I'm just by my looks. Look me in my eyes.
I see the cake already, so it already kind of skews.
Does that even change it?
I mean, it's legal. It's still your birthday, so it's still okay.
But anyways, like, what do you provide for the table? Like, what do you provide?
If the audience wasn't made up of so much young, impressionable kids, it's very easy to see that all this around one thing: money. This woman is not here talking to this guy if not for the fact that he has the platform and he has money. This dude doesn't really care about this woman. Maybe he just wants to smash. And he's gonna spend money, right? But they're gonna play this all as actual interest because it's all the rules, it's all acting for the audience. Once the cameras go up, it's business. For her, the money, for him, probably to get laid. That's it. This is all contractual. This is all a transaction. All this other thing, it's in the best possible term, BS.
Right.
And you know, I do be seeing comments with people asking me why I don't mess with Max, and it's just things like this I can't get down with. I don't think you should be putting freshly 18-year-old boys on dates with grown women, especially not grown LA hoes who do anything for content. Because I'm always gonna ask, what do these grown women have in common with these young men? And I guaranteed if this was swapped, people would begin to understand that this is crazy. What makes it worse is that it wasn't just Max who put Dabo around these grown women, it was also Reggie.
Yo, listen. Hold on. Listen. Fox gonna come up here. Cut all that rap out. Cut all that rap shit out. Fine shit finna pull up. They thick too.
Come on, I put that ass on him. Fuck.
Play this song.
Look at you, sitting there, caught in the loop, consuming the girl.
I'm pretty sure at the time of this clip, Dabo wasn't even 18, he was 17. So these grown women who had no qualms about his age were just all on his body despite how uncomfortable he was looking. And this is where the conversation gets a little different. Because the only time people find issue with content like this is under very specific circumstances, which would be the inverse of it. As in, hey, what if this was a girl in the scenario instead of a boy? Because if it was a grown man making a young girl uncomfortable, there is going to be outrage, and that's the issue. It needs to be consistent. We shouldn't overlook stuff like this just because Dabo's a guy. And this double standard is what keeps people from recognizing that this type of content is bad, even when it doesn't fit a specific mold. And now I kind of want to just give my thoughts on why Reggie and Max were comfortable getting these grown women to interact with Dabo, and the short answer is it's a curse. Young black men are often perceived as older or capable of handling mature topics and subjects, so oftentimes they're growing up too fast or they're being exposed to graphic material. In other words, it's normal to have black boys around these predatory older women because they can handle it. So while I dislike that niggas did this, I can understand where it comes from and how, generally speaking, that is a curse that plagues the black community. But it's all connected because, let's be honest, you normalize lust and now you're not even batting an eye at the little stuff. But that's just how I feel. And if you enjoyed, subscribe for more unsolicited opinions.
Yeah. The generations that are coming after us, they're in trouble. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're just getting started, bruh. Social media has been around for what? A decade, two? Well, when did people really start taking it serious? Maybe 20 years, right? That's 20 years. Look what we've done with ourselves in 20 years. What about 50 years? What about 70? What about 100 years from now? What about when Gen Z is the oldest generation alive? What's the internet gonna look like then? Mm. Man, it's been your boy 10. I'm out. Peace.